A lot has changed for Uber drivers between 2015 and 2024. Was it good for drivers or was it bad for drivers? Well, I've got the data. I'm going to show you. I've seen it with my own eyes. I lived it. Let's talk about it right after this. All right, campers, welcome back to the channel. You all know what we like to talk about on my channel. Today, we're talking about the gig economy, specifically Uber, and how Uber has changed for a driver over the last 9 years since I started driving. You're not going to believe the changes, and stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to show you one ride that I did many years ago that paid me so much money I actually almost felt bad taking it. So if you follow my channel, you know that last summer I retired at the age of 62 after working 50 years nonstop and then finally giving it all up to collect Social Security and a nice pension. But as you might be aware, collecting Social Security before your full retirement age restricts how much you can earn in a year. So I am restricted, and I have chosen to supplement my income really to keep busy by utilizing the gig economy. And I started driving Uber in 2015, just part-time on weekends, and I maintained my account, and now I do it a little bit every day just to, I like to add about $1,000 to my monthly income. Now let's take a look at my very first Uber ride in 2015. It was a very short ride. It was not far from where I lived. And, this is my first experience picking up a passenger, and I made $4.14. I only drove the person a little over 3 miles to their place of work. It only took a couple minutes. And this is how it all started for me back in 2015. A quick 8-minute ride that went 3.2 miles and paid $4.14. So now let's compare to a similar ride that was offered to me today that took about twice as long as that first ride, even though it was only a mile further, and it only paid $1.50 more. So you can see as a driver how things have really deteriorated over the past 9 years as Uber has restructured their pricing. Now, if you were driving Uber back in 2015, 16, 17, 18, you learned quickly that it was all about being in the right place at the right time and hitting that surge. Well, here's a good example of a very, very short ride, Uber XL, that paid $65.28. And follow that up with another Uber XL ride that was very short that paid exceptional money, $75. And these kind of rides were what we counted on. Well, all good things do eventually come to an end, and Uber is no different. You're more likely to get an offer today like this, where they want you to drive 49 miles for $25. Wow, that's a lot of miles. And if you're unlucky enough to have to drive back without a passenger, well, that's 98 miles for $25. Well, sadly, in most markets, the days of Uber delivering that kind of money are long gone. Now, before I share with you my biggest single ride of Uber all time, I'm going to ask, if you like this kind of content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. In fact, if you're not happy with Uber, I want you to pound that like button like you're pounding those folks over at Uber headquarters and you're asking for more money. Pound it hard. So now I'm going to turn back the clock. That's right, I remember like it was yesterday. January 1st, 2016, 2:15 a.m. That's right, New Year's Eve, the busiest day of the year. I stopped for a quick potty break, got back in my car, turned on my app, and lo and behold, a ride appeared that paid me nearly the equivalent of $400 an hour for a 27-minute ride. Here it is. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't I feel bad for those people? Well, the truth of the matter is I did feel bad for them, but you know what? They were good sports about it. They were having a good time, and they said, look, it's still cheaper than a DUI. Everybody went home happy, including me. Guys, if you have a similar story, leave me a comment. Let me know if you made more than $400 in any 1 hour driving for Uber. I'd like to know if there's anybody out there that can top that. All right, we're going to end the video here. I want to remind each and every one of you, every day is a gift. Don't blow it. And remember, you got to roll with the changes.